Now I am officially streaming, main only, and laptop only. So, as you could tell, I just got through running across the cornfields with my dogs to come over here on a Saturday and say hi to everybody. Just a few things that's been kind of bugging me lately is how deep we're getting into allowing our politicians to lie openly, and really we can't prove it because we're in separate boxes. That's why I really push for, as producer Barbie says, do your research. But I believe that comes in combination with having the results of that research that you've done be something that you can then openly and fairly express, because they've got us in such a way now that we're competing against each other for what political views are right or wrong, when it should be we need to be pulling together and discussing these items, and not be afraid to have a dinner, what do they call it, table dinner, or around the dinner table discussion. Politics is a device to keep this country moving forward. I know that all the people in the middle class want this country to keep moving forward. I also know that the politicians we have currently in place on both sides of the aisle, some way more than others, but we have a situation now where the politicians don't want us to necessarily move forward. They want our skill sets and our education and our information to be lower and lower, so that they can control more. They have very perfect lives, really. And these are the things we don't understand. You know, we need to really be able to have the courage and have the patience to be looking at our politicians more directly, with more information. As I've said before, we have a utopia coming, and if we don't have control over our politicians, as that utopia comes, then we won't have that utopia. We will be moved into whatever needs that the country has, without the rewards. This middle class of America has been stronger and done more than my own. I know I'm biased, but than any other. As a matter of fact, all the middle classes, around the world, is what the economy is built on, and we have no say at how that money is spent. When I talk about a utopia, I talk about a place which is coming soon. I've said this before, the Jetsons are coming. This is really a case where a utopia is going to be in that nobody will have to work if they don't want to. If they want to work, obviously that exists, but costs and goods and the costs of goods and services is going to dramatically drop, because everything's going to be automated. There's going to be robots that do all that work. Okay, so you have robots doing all the work. If we say how things go moving forward, that's one thing. What if the politicians are still doing what they're doing today? And I'm talking, well, it's already started, but within 10 years, I'd say 20 at the latest, this is going to be the world that who's older out there would remember the cartoon when I was a kid, the Jetsons. And it was about an entirely space age living, American living, and car, air cars, or what do you call them, flying cars, or the whole thing, restaurants up in the air, and all the things that you see on TV. Because if you look back through history, everything we've imagined, we've been able to achieve, and really that was started in America. That ability to grow and get stronger, and have a higher worth for life, and want to go out and create, and that was started in America, and that it's grown. I mean, other countries have people that are much more capable than in the past, obviously, and the world's getting very close. But my point is, when that utopia occurs, and I'm just calling it a utopia because I don't know what else to call it. I better go to the other camera. I'm still sweating from running. The utopia, I call it that because there'll be a word someday, but the world is going to be completely different, and people are going to be, I would imagine, living longer, living a better lifestyle. People having a quality of life that doesn't exist except for the upper 1% and the elites today. Just like in the old days, the kings and queens and the royalty lived very well, and the peasants lived poorly, decently to poorly. So I keep pushing this. I've been on about what? CPU's 10%, a little over 6 minutes. So I'm gonna pull this off, and I'm saying the same thing in hopes to get people's attention, because we need to have a united middle class. A united and healthy middle class creates a strong America. And you have to listen to who wants that to happen and has ways of making it happen. And then we need to vote people in and vote people out according to their strengths or weaknesses. And it's going to take some time to get finally a handle over our political system, because we have no handle over this. And the founding fathers gave us this. We owe it to them. They weren't perfect people, but and they were elites, but they at least saw that this country, the middle class of this country, needs to run the important issues directed by our politicians. And just like you have a head of a company and you have the crew of a company, if that's not going right in a company, one or the other, that company goes out, right? Well, this country is much, obviously a whole different scenario, but it matches a bit, because we're on the way to communism right now, or socialism, and there's no getting around that fact that either we come together and we pull together and we look out for our neighbors and we talk to each other and we do those things that our founding fathers gave us the freedom to do, or we don't have a society anymore. Anyway, hate to be a little drum, but I just, I've been watching a couple of news articles this weekend and last night, and the country's really getting crazier and crazier. So anyway, we're going to start getting this down. I'm still working on some lighting. Barbie's moving to California, so she's going to be producer Barbie remote, but I think we might be able to get her on camera this way. So with all of that said, you guys have a great weekend. Say hi to each other. Go out and say hi to somebody. Just wave at them, man. Start that way. Just wave at them. Every time you see them, wave at them if you don't know them. And then you'll see the reaction change, evolve. You'll see the body language evolve. Go out and say hi to a couple people today. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for being here. And I So I'll get better at this. We'll get higher quality, but let's see, where am I stopped? So I am going to stop streaming now, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple seconds that go by. So maybe I'll drop that stuff out in the editing room because I do all my own production too. Anyway, again, love you guys. Go say hi to somebody. Just wave at somebody. Start there. Just wave at some people. Younger people, older people. I did that backwards, didn't I? Younger people, older people. Just go out and say hi. Let's start. There was a hashtag that Barbie wants to get started. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look through some of the old films. It was hashtag. I forget it. Anyway, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and love y'all. Bye.